Hello, Cancers, and welcome to this, your September 2024 reading and predictions. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Let's dive right in. Today, we are going to take a look at where you are at now as we move out of the summer months and into September. We're going to take a look at what you're focusing on. What are you working on actually trying to manifest during the month of September, Cancer? We're going to take a look at your difficult influences and challenges. We're going to take a look at what you don't see coming, what's unexpected, a few messages from the universe. So, where are we going first? To start right here. So, last month, that one's on the floor. Last month, you guys were asked to make a decision. And once you've made a decision, to move ahead on it and not delay or procrastinate. So let's see what's coming up. We're going to grab that first card that flipped out off the floor here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. And I'm looking at your other cards here. Holy smokes. Talk about positivity here, Cancer. Oh my goodness. All right. So you have in your where you are at now. As you move out of the month of August and into the month of September, it looks like you guys are very, very lucky. You've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a fortuitous card. It is a card indicating that fortune is on your side. It's an indication that things are lining up specifically in an order for your most beneficial outcome. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about new beginnings. Oftentimes, Ace of Cups is about new beginnings specifically related to your emotions, possibly a new relationship, just dabbling in that, a shift in a relationship. It is about something that is one-on-one now in the event that you are already in an existing romantic relationship, Cancers. This card may indicate a shift in a positive direction for your relationship. If you are single and seeking, this can indicate that your love interest is just on the horizon. And if you are single and not seeking at this time, this can indicate possibly a mentor or someone coming in. But I want to say that whenever we read the tarot, we always read the tarot based on the cards that are surrounding the cards that are coming out. So, the very first card that came out for you, of course, was the Wheel of Fortune, meaning things are lining up in a fortuitous way for you. You have the Ace of Cups, indicating there is something new on the horizon in your love situation. And then you have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is the happily ever after card. This is a card that is considered the third happiest card in the deck. I have to tell you, Cancer, you are not the first zodiac sign to receive this card this month, which means that there is a shift in the energies for the month of September into something that is far more positive for many, many more people, which is wonderful and beautiful. So, because you have the Ace of Cups and then you have the 10 of Cups, which is the happily ever after card, it does appear as though um, in the month of September, there's going to be a shift in a positive direction in your love life, Cancer. Now, you also have the Strength card coming in here. The Strength card is a card indicating that you may feel like every once in a while in the month of September that there might be like a little hiccup in the road. The image that's coming to mind for me psychically is a speed bump. And so the Strength card reminds you, Cancer, of how strong you are and that you can overcome things. And because I'm getting an image of a speed bump in my mind rather than getting an image of a like a roadblock or a wall or Sometimes when we see a border crossing, it's an indication that it's something that is a little bit more difficult to try and navigate. Whereas when we see a speed bump, the bottom line is that there's always going to be speed bumps on our road of life. They are little tests of our resolve to stay upon the path that we have selected for ourselves. So just watch for that coming up, that there may be a few little hiccups in the road, a couple little speed bumps in the month of September, but nothing that is going to be impossible to navigate or overcome. And like I said, I mean, Ace of Cups followed by the 10 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune as your first card out. I mean, positive, positive, positive. All right, I'm getting called over here to the fairy deck for what you are focusing upon. Where are you putting your attentions? And that card is on the floor very inconveniently. Luckily, that one did not go on the floor. Let's see what else is coming up for you. We've got 3 cards out now. Is there anything else? I guess so. All right. So we've got 4 cards out. Let me grab that card off the floor for you. Oh my gosh. So remember what I said, Cancer, that there are 3 happy cards in the deck. The 3 happiest cards in the deck, the very first one is the Sun, and then we have the Star, and then we have the 10 of Cups, happily ever after. Well, the second card that's come out for you and what you are focusing on is the Star. And the star is a card that the stars are shining down upon you. The stars are lining up for you to have a beautiful experience. All right. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. In the order in which the cards came out, the star was actually the second card that came out for you. You have the 9 of Spring that came out first. The 9 of Spring corresponds to the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is a card of feeling like you're being a little bit challenged. It's a card of you find the path that you want to walk, and then somebody says, I don't know if that's the right path for you. It's a card of it can be construed as a difficult card, but it's also a card of little tests are being put in your path. And that's exactly what I said with this strength card. Sometimes when the strength card comes up, I see full on roadblocks, but for the month of September, Cancer, I saw a little speed bump, right? And the 9 of Spring, also known as the 9 of Wands, has a similar energy to it. It's, you know, it's protect the fruits of your labors is the one thing that it says on it. But it's also a card of feeling like you're being challenged a little bit on the path that you're on. Now, that's not uncommon when we decide to fully embrace who we are. And I remember that in your last reading, you were being asked to make a decision and stick to that choice, not waver, not waffle on it. And so sometimes when we do that and we're firm in our own belief as to who we are and what we are putting out into the world and the direction or path that we have chosen for ourselves, when we are firm in that, other people bristle. Other people are not quite so happy about it. And so they may challenge you. But the very next card that you have is the star. And as I already mentioned, the star is about the stars lining up perfectly in order to be able to provide you with it's about the stars aligning for you to manifest that which you desire. You have the 4 of Spring here, also known as the 4 of Wands. This is a card of gratitude. It is a card of 2 people coming together. Look at the picture on that card, right? It is another very, very happy, positive card. The 4 of Spring or the 4 of Wands in some of my other decks show people celebrating, like at a music festival, and everything coming together. So these 3 cards in what you are looking at manifesting are indicating that you are on the path or in the process of manifesting exactly what you want and what you desire. The very last card in what you are focusing on, and we know where we put our thoughts and our attentions, we work on mm, creating, we manifest, is a card that can be described as a negative card, but also a positive card. And that would be the Tower. This is the life experience card. This card corresponds to the Tower in the traditional tarot. And this is a card of things sometimes need to feel like they are falling apart before they line up together. So this is an indication. Like I said, you've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Wheel of Fortune is about things lining up in your favor. You've got the Star here. Things are lining up in your favor. But you also have the Strength card indicating there's going to be some speed bumps along the road. And then you have the Tower card coming in here. So basically, you're working on manifesting this and a beautiful new outcome, and you are being proactive about what it is that you want to manifest. You're firm in your own belief systems. I do want to say, I'm going to go back to this Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups here, that this likely pertains to a close emotional relationship. And initially, when the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups came up in your reading, I wanted to go on the romantic side, but I'm picking up here. This is familial for many of you. This is about many of you having made a choice or a decision to step out of or step away from a familial belief system. And it's creating ripples and creating waves, and your family is challenging you and saying, I don't know if that's the right path for you. Um, Ultimately, there is a positive outcome. You've got the Star for you. You've got the Four of Spring. You've got a coming together. I'm getting mentorship feel or sense to this Four of Spring for you here, Cancer. But there is going to be a period or a time, I want to say 2 to 4 days during the month of September, where it's going to feel like things are crumbling down around you. Is that a bad thing? No. Sometimes things need to fall apart so that they can be put back together in a better way. One of the ways to look at the tower is that a tower cannot crumble and fall unless it's built on a shaky foundation. And so, as you are making all of these changes to your life right now, Cancer, the foundation upon which your old belief system was based was shaky. And so, as that begins to shake and crumble a little bit, you are building a new foundation upon which you can have a firm and solid future. I'm getting called over here to take a look at what is actually going to challenge you. I'm getting the sense here, Cancer, that this tower moment, 2 to 4 days that are going to feel uncomfortable. They're going to feel like wearing grandma's itchy woolen sweater that she gave you for Christmas. It's not going to be horrific. It's going to be uncomfortable for a couple of days. And I really sense like it's something that is testing you. You're being tested. All right. Yes. All right. I am laughing here. Yeah, you're absolutely being tested. Yeah. Because, and the reason that I'm saying that you're being tested is because the very first card in your challenges is the Tower, right? This card is the number 16 card in the major arcana of the tarot. That's not going to come into focus for us, but just trust me when I say this is the 16. It says the Tower down at the bottom. This is the number 16 card, okay? You are being You are going to be tested during the month of September. I'm picking up psychically and intuitively that that test is going to be 2 to 4 days. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Also coming up in your challenges is the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is described as the controlling king. So this is starting to come together because the very next card is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is walk away from something that is no longer serving your highest good. Then you move into the Empress, and then you move into the Ace of Wands. I'll get to those two cards in just a moment. But what's coming up in your difficult influences and what you don't see coming is really, really getting clear here in that when you try and control a situation, if, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. What I'm getting told to share with you is you are making changes right now to your own belief system, and that is affecting the way that you interact with family members or your romantic partners or partners, depending on what your lifestyle is. And those people are being made to feel uncomfortable by the changes that you are making, Cancer. They're challenging you a little bit. It's going to make you feel like your foundation is not secure. You may experience a little bit of a tower moment because you are trying to control how they feel and what their belief system is. And when you try and control someone else's belief systems or someone else's reaction to something, the outcome can't be good, right? You have control over one person and one person only, and that person is you, Cancer. If you do want to delve a little bit deeper into this and what you're going to be experiencing and what's coming up for you, I am both a psychic and a tarot reader, but I am also a certified counselor, Cancer. And if you'd like to delve deeper into this, I'll leave all my contact details down below because for some of you, I get the sense that you may need some counseling um, to get through and get over these speed bumps and these tower moments during the month of September. Because I get the sense that what is coming up for you is you've had an awakening. You are making changes to yourself and your personal belief systems, and you want to bring other people with you, but they're resistant to that. But you're trying to control the narrative. You're trying to control the fact that you had an awakening and you want others to have this awakening. You're trying to wake others up. You're trying to control that. That's what's coming up with this King of Swords in your difficult influences. When you wake up to the realization that you can't control how other people react, you can't control other people's belief systems, you have to walk away. You have to be in the position of knowing what you need to walk away from. That's going to bring you into the energy of the Empress. The energy of the Empress is about being more intuitive, birthing something new out into the world, which brings you to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about you moving forward, regardless of what your family and friends are doing. Messages from the universe. Yeah, messages from the universe for Cancer for the month of September. All right. You have stay open-minded. Worry is a wasted emotion. Yeah. Stay open-minded. Worry is a wasted emotion. Obviously, you can't control and worry about how other people are going to think about you, whether other people are going to change their belief systems, whether other people are going to have a spiritual awakening like you have had recently. Um, Patience is a virtue. All right, you are the third or fourth zodiac sign to have patience as a virtue this month. So, yeah, September is going to require some patience for all of us to get through it. Abundance is your divine right. Always keep that in mind and focus on the positive. Yeah. All right. Moving into the unexpected and what you don't see coming. Unexpected and what you don't see coming for Cancer for September. All right, I'm going to have to mix these ones up because there are far too many of them. Yeah, I got quite a few cards here. Let's grab all of these cards. All right. Unexpected for Cancer. 2, maybe 3 cards for Cancer. Anything else? 1, 2, 3. No. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles, another king here for you, Cancer. This is your second king in your reading. You have the King of Swords here in your difficult influences, the King of Control. And here you have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is, of course, the richest king in the deck. This card is indicating that there is abundance coming about for you from this experience. And you also had abundance mentioned in your messages from the universe. Okay. There is something abundant coming up. You don't see it coming, but it's coming up for you as you move through September. And I do believe that this is as a direct result, Cancer, of you. Okay, I just had an image come in of you digging your heels in and saying, no, I have had an awakening. I have had a spiritual awakening. I am seeing things from a different perspective. I am no longer in alignment with some of the old belief systems of my family, my community, my lover and partner. I see things differently. Things are different now. And as much as that may feel like a tower and feel like you're being challenged, recognize that you can't control other people's outcomes, and there is abundance in that. And the King of Pentacles is the richest king in the deck, not only because of his financial abundance, but also his abundance in general. And I want to say, Cancer, especially with having the Ace of Cups, going back to the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups, the initial cards pulled here, that this is about you finding your community, finding other people who are in alignment with your new belief systems. That's what this card is about. Because abundance isn't just about money, it's also about community and friendships. All right, final general overall outcome. I'm getting called over here. Final general overall outcome for Cancer. 9 of Swords. Oh, geez. Okay, well, we're going to go with the 9 of Swords, but there's about 25 cards that have come out here. And that is far too many cards to read for a final general overall outcome. So what I'm going to do here is collect them all up. Let's see whether that pesky 9 of Swords comes out again. Okay. Yeah, there's about 20 or 25 cards here. So let's go through these cards. For the final general overall outcome for Cancer, we need 2, maybe 3 cards, please. 2 or 3 cards for Cancer for their final general overall outcome. One more time. That's it. Nope, I'm getting called to go again. All right. You have the Ace of Swords again. Oh, Ace of Wands you had before. 4 Wands. All right. The 9 of Swords did come out again. Yeah. Okay. The 9 of Swords came out again. The 9 of Swords is a card of worry. Remember over here, you had a card about worry in your messages, right? Worry is a wasted emotion. And now you've got the 9 of Swords coming out, and the 9 of Swords is the worry card. It's the card of lying awake in bed at night, worrying about the worst case scenario. It's a card I call the catastrophism card. It's not about an actual manifested catastrophe. It's about you worrying about it and worrying about the worst case scenario. And when you worry about the worst case scenario, guess what? Eventually you will manifest it. So you have to pull yourself out of that mindset. You did have the Four of Wands already. You have the Four of Spring over here, which is the Four of Wands. It's about the coming together of people, deep feelings of peace and happiness. And guess what? You have that card again in your final general overall outcome. These cards over here, these initial cards that I pulled for you, is what are you focusing on? What are you working on manifesting? Well, you're working on manifesting the Four of Wands, this happy, happy relationship, happy community. You found your community. Remember the abundance over here. I'm picking up that that's about community. And here you have the Four of Wands in your outcome. It is not very often that the same card in what you're working on manifesting comes out in your final general overall outcome. But this is proof that you are your own magician. Yeah. Remember that, Cancer. You are your own magician. You have the ability and capacity to be able to manifest that which you are focusing on. You're focusing on this, and look at that. At the end of the month, you are bringing that about into your life. Oh my gosh, like everything's just coming together here for you, Cancer. You do have the Eight of Wands here in your final general overall outcome. Again, this has similar energy to this Nine of Spring card. Yeah, feeling a little bit challenged, not really. And the Magician, and the Magician is right next to the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, new beginnings. New beginnings. Now, it's interesting that you have the Ace of Swords because the Suit of Swords is ruled by the mental realm. It's ruled by the realm of thoughts. And as we know, our thoughts become our realities. The Magician, we have the ability and capacity to manifest that life that we want. And this card is saying, think about what you want. Get really clear in your mind about what you want. And then manifest it. And the proof is in the pudding that you've already done that by manifesting the Four of Swords. So with that, I'm going to leave off your reading. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I look forward to the honor of being able to do your next reading in October. Please like and subscribe.